Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel. Just want to say thank you for watching. If you enjoy this content, please feel free to leave behind a like or a subscribe. That would be very much appreciated, Virgo. Otherwise, this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay. Okay, Virgo, let's start off with the... what's going on with my camera? King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. In fact, you have 3 swords cards here, so possibly an air sign around you. You also have Taurus. But starting out with a lot of confidence here, Virgo. King of Swords is deeply confident, okay? This is you becoming really educated about something or finally opening up about an issue. What's interesting is that you've got the King and Queen here, which is really nice. You've got the King and the Queen of Swords, which is powerful. So if this is a union of some kind, I feel as though you can look forward to much more open lines of communication in the month of October, followed by honesty, truthfulness, and direction coming from yourself and coming from your special person, whether you're married, dating, courting, or having a crush on them. I feel as though the lines of communication will be much more open in the month of October between the both of you. Now, the King of Swords can also represent someone who is quite well educated, well versed, someone who's very charismatic, and you could also be in touch with very influential people here. You've got the Hierophant, okay? Now he has a very good reputation, and he holds a very elite status, okay? Because this is a medieval deck, he symbolizes the Vicar of Christ here as the Pope. But the Hierophant here has a lot of people eager to be in his presence, eager to be in his company, eager to hear his advice, his words, etc. So I feel as though you're going to be communicating with superiors, bosses, colleagues, influential clients, people that can make a difference to you in some way, shape, or form here. Now, there can also be talks of leaving something behind or travel plans, because you also have the 8 of Cups. Now, the 8 of Cups is most prominently known to be a card when there's lack or limitation, we go out and search for something more, search for something deeper. Now, there might be a water sign, in particular a Cancer, but it could also be a Scorpio or a Pisces that might be walking away, okay? Because these 2 cards indicate turning your back on something or someone turning their back on you. Now, I feel it's more to do with you doing some soul searching here, Virgo. I know you feel like something has been missing in a certain situation, and I feel like October is a month where you're going to apply yourself and go out there and chase your dreams, or go out and search for what it is that's missing here for you. It could also be travel plans or travel destinations here as well. You might be going to beautiful nature, picturesque destinations, religious destinations. Maybe it's to do with studies. Maybe it's to revisit people. Maybe it's been a long time coming. But there could be in that middle column some sort of exodus, okay, that takes place around you in the upcoming month. The 8 of Cups literally journeys into the Hangman here. So if you're searching for answers, these answers are going to take some time to find. Patience is needed in a certain situation here, Virgo. Now, the Hangman is very introverted. The Hangman is punished for what he has been done, for what he has been doing. And I feel as though this could involve silent treatment. This could be introversion, or this could be you needing some time to reflect on a certain situation. I almost want to say to you, think twice before you walk away, or think twice before you decide to leave or exit or change jobs or leave something behind, because something will be nagging at you to stay. There's some sort of catalyst or incentive for you to stay. So don't give up just yet, don't leave just yet, because there's some sort of epiphany or realization in the form of a golden halo behind the Hangman that's going to come to knowledge, that's going to come to pass. And this epiphany or realization, nonetheless, there's incentive here for you to stay somewhere. Now, if you have felt a little bit imbalanced, I feel like you might seek the services of a professional, of a friend, of a lover, I feel like the Hierophant could be you finding your faith again. Now, this could borderline on spiritual and religious ventures that might occur, religious revelations, miracles, premonitions, very intuitive or spiritual or metaphysical things that occur for you in the month of October. The Hierophant can represent Taurus energy, so it can be romance, sex, passion, ownership, earthly pleasures as well, because, you know, I know they contradict what the Hierophant represents, which is faith and spirituality and the other realms, not the physical realm. These things, delays, or, you know, you seeking something might have something to do with the things I've mentioned. Nonetheless, here there might be someone you really trust and you place a lot of respect. You know, you hold someone in high regard here who's coming in to help you in some sort of way. So I feel like they are heaven sent, you know, especially if you're religious. I do feel like this is, it's going to be faith that your God is working, is doing things for you or answering your prayers. So there could be a connection here for some of you. But the Hierophant could also be someone putting you on a pedestal, okay? There could be someone observing you from a distance romantically, someone that is very interested, very sensual, and has a very strong sexual attraction to you, Virgo. And this person might initiate something or extend an invitation. So that's something to look out for. If you are letting someone down, please let them down gently, because there could be some emotional hiccups coming from this person, from their side. They might be quite emotionally invested in you in the month of October. So if you are letting them down, just be mindful that, you know, you're very important to them, and you could definitely depress them. I hate to say that, Virgo, but you could just be gentle. I mean, you're quite sensitive and very considerate in that regard. So but the roles could be reversed as well. There could be someone walking away from you and trying to let you down gently. There's a lot of honesty, okay, forwardness that's coming forward. So something to pay attention to, I suppose. But look, the next card over is the Five of Swords, and that does correlate with leaving something behind or trying to pick up the pieces once again. For those of you healing from a heartbreak, healing from loss, healing from some sort of news, or trying to pick up the pieces, trying to sort out your resources, finances, trying to get back on track, trying to be sober. If you're on some sort of journey here, Virgo, I do see you pulling your socks up, picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and becoming more forward again as the Queen of Swords. Again, she's got direction, she's got momentum. So if this is something you feel like you'll, some sort of mishap that occurs in October, I do feel like you'll come to rectify that and become forward again. Even though that is introverted, she holds her sword with confidence. But look, there is some sort of parting of ways. I do see you looking back though, so this is why I think I wanted to say to you, think twice before you leave, because you could come to regret this decision, okay? Or someone significant around you could come to regret the decision they've made with you, or the decision they've made about you. So possible remorseful energy, either from you or from someone you're dealing with, or even regret, remorse. You might see this come from someone, or they might express that to you. The lines of communication are open, so you will see a lot of honesty from the people around you. But nonetheless, you might be looking back at a certain situation here, Virgo, reflecting back on it. And some of you might want to restart something with someone again. You haven't maybe made contact with them for quite some time. Maybe you've felt upside down without them. Maybe you haven't felt yourself. And maybe you're just having a moment where you miss them, or you need their company, or you want to reach out to them. Could be a friend you've lost touch with, you've fallen out with. Could be an ex-spouse. Maybe you just want to have a civil partnership with this person. Nonetheless, it is going to take a lot of thought, reflection, and analysis, okay? Because the King and the Queen of Swords are deeply analytical. They represent everything air, energy, communication, outgoingness, happiness, mind state, mentality, perspective, analysis, understanding, responses. If you're waiting for someone to respond to you, I do feel as though, especially if you've been waiting quite a while, this person might turn around and finally respond. You might finally hear from someone. But I think it's more a message that I want you to think very clearly, especially about a friendship or some sort of partnership, a business partnership, a professional relationship, an investing partnership, a spouse, a lover, someone that maybe you feel like you didn't give much of a chance to. Maybe you're regretting that you didn't give them as much time to prove themselves, or maybe you felt robbed of a certain opportunity with the significant other. I don't know, but this sort of energy is coming up. So it could even be nostalgia that's coming into play here. Nonetheless, the Queen of Swords does represent education. She's very smart. She's very knowledgeable. She's very wise. So you are gaining, you might be inundated with information at work, through a partnership, about a person. It's really a lot of information coming to you, but the way in which you'll respond, Virgo, you're going to take a very direct and very pleasing approach, one that you'll be very, very happy with the outcome of. So that's very exciting to see.